Jackson,
I'm sorry, man.
Come on, we gotta make it to the top.
I'm sorry, man.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what, Jackson?
Man,
come on.
How bad
You
is it?
shot?
I'm sorry.
You good?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
What's this?
That's my son.
That's your son? That's my... I got the same picture right now. Keisha lied to me.
I slept with Keisha, man.
So this is your son?
It's my son.
Boy, I got the same picture right here, man.
And we took a maternity test, man. It's like... I gotta go now.
What?
You take care of him. I gotta go.
Keisha!
I'm Captain General Sergeant Private Colonel DeStorm Power. And we're out here, we're killing insurgents. I don't exactly know what an insurgent is, but we're killing them. You know, we don't get emotional. We have no emotion. There's no such thing as emotion. That's a word that was made up by the devil. We are the gods. We don't get emotional. What is that? Emotion is not portrayed through us.
Have you ever cried in front of a friend before?
Oh yeah, man, sometimes. Next question.
I wouldn't have a male friend crying in front of me. Nah, I don't think, I don't think males should cry in front of people, you feel me? You should just do it how I do. If you're gonna cry, where no one will suspect it or know about it or even nothing, just like in your room, like in the closet, real quietly. And play like some loud YG or some loud music so everybody think you in there having fun.
Do the Harlem Shake.
So you throw everybody off, but you really in there crying with the party music playing. So you should be good. That's how I do it. Then when you do that, you don't bother nobody, and then just bottle it up. So one day you just go crazy.
When was the last time you cried in a movie, Casey?
Just last night actually. I watched Blue Valentine last night just out of boredom. Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams, directed by Derek Cianfrance. Man, that movie is like, you'll fall in love, you'll have a heartbreak, you'll cry, you'll laugh, and it's got everything, like emotional wise. I don't know, I like crying at the theaters. I think.
But why do you like crying?
Because I can't cry in real life. Like very rarely do I ever like get into a situation where I'm like, gotta cry, gotta let something out, you know? But the theater, I think, is the one place where I can fully visit feelings. Like purely, you know, for like whether it be like going to horror movies, like I don't ever get scared in real life. Like you know, the kind of fright you get at a movie theater when you watch a horror movie, you don't get that in real life. You don't get the kind of sadness or laughter in real, like laughter is a little more easier. But like, you know, the thrills you get at a movie theater is different than that of real life, and crying being that one, I would say it feels good to cry. It feels good to be there. It's like therapeutic.
The movie that I've come closest to crying was I Am Sam.
I Am Sam.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Why don't you cry?
I just like feeling sadness, but for some reason I don't cry very often as a person. If a movie made me cry, that just shows you how good it is.
I can't stop.
Not at a theater, but at home.
What movie did you cry watching?
I cried watching Blow. It's a funny movie because it's about like drug dealing and shit like that. But it was this scene where like he went through prison and it was like the last drug deal he was gonna do, and then he was gonna make his money and like have a better life for him and his daughter and stuff like that. The last drug deal just went bad. He was set up, and then he had like a life sentence in prison. In prison, he just went insane. He would have hallucinations of his daughter actually visiting him finally, but she never visited him. And then I was like, wow, that is so sad.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I think so. Once when I was watching Air Bud when I was very, very young, and the dog ran away or something. It was pretty sad.
And the pianist too.
I didn't cry during that one.
You didn't cry in that one?
No, I didn't cry during that one, no.
Even the scene when he's like eating like horrible food and like potatoes, like he's so hungry.
It wasn't as sad as Air Bud, okay?
Okay. Maybe I should watch Air Bud.
I'm not crying, alright? Crying at the movies all the time.
What was the last time you cried at the movies?
Silver Linings Playbook. Shit, I cried multiple times in that movie. There's one time towards the end was when Robert De Niro
was telling Bradley Cooper, there's only a few good things that happen to people in their lifetime. And Jennifer Lawrence is one of them. You better go out and tell her how you feel, or she might lose her forever. And the way he delivered that line, it was very, very like fatherly and from a caring perspective. So even though he was scolding him, you felt more love than chastising. Because of that, I was like, damn, that was like so emotional.
Because I know how it's kind of like taboo for guys to cry in public, even though I don't personally care that they cry, if I notice it, I'll just be like, oh, shit. And I pretend like I don't see it, just like trying to watch the movie, but inside I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah.
Well, actually, like whenever I'm watching a movie and it's time for me to like feel emotion, I try not to cry at all. So if someone's sitting next to me and I'm trying to cry, I'm like, hold it in. Like I don't want to cry. I don't want them to see me crying. But if a male is sitting next to me and they're crying, I'll be mean and be like, ah, you're crying, but don't look at me crying.
No, you know damn well who that is. Who's that boy? Don't play because you got shot.
Boy? If someone was crying in public, like that knew me, I would just pretend not to know them. Like, how are you supposed to react to that?
I think it's the sign of a very honorable man, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's like when you cry, you're really not afraid to show your true emotions, you know, and then it's okay, like guys can cry in public.
I mean, that's, I mean, you know, not fearing what other people think. I mean, that makes you a manly man, right? When you cry, it makes you a manly man.
I don't know if I would want to be caught crying in public though, but other guys can.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, it's so bright! God damn, it's so bright! It's so fucking bright!
You know how there's that term PDA? I believe in PDE, public display of emotion. I don't think you should be inconveniencing too many people with your emotions, like whether you're angry or you're sad or you're happy or whatever. I think it's kind of like people are doing their own thing and you're over here crying your eyes out and it's making people think, what the fuck happened to you? In public, it's kind of weird, but I think in private, I don't think there's anything wrong with it or around people that are involved in it.
I love men who can cry in public.
What about you, Vivian? How do you personally feel?
That they're very sensitive, manly, because they can cry in public and not be embarrassed about it.
What about you, Tommy?
I'm okay crying in public. I cried in public before too.
Ladies, we have a sensitive man right here.
Oh no, it was bad. Like I usually never cry, but there's moments where I do cry because something bad happened. There you go.
Here, have a tissue.
Is crying to you in public okay? You think it's cool?
Why not? There's nothing wrong with crying in public. Yeah, I mean, it is embarrassing. I'm not denying that. I'd be embarrassed if I was crying in public, but that's how you feel. That's how you feel. You gotta, you know. I remember one time in high school, one of my girlfriends broke up with me, and like that was probably the one time where I could not help but cry, like unstoppable. Like there was nothing I could do. Everyone was consoling me. Like everyone's like, "It's okay, Casey, man, it's okay." And like I just could not stop crying. Sat in the car for like 40 minutes, and I was just, and then you can't, it got to the point where like I kept crying even after the tears stopped, and you're just like dry. I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Embarrassing, but whatever. Feels good though, let it out. I think it feels worse. And if you bottle your feelings up, I think you feel a lot more miserable. If you just let it out, it's like a massage for the emotional, for your soul.
They're just muscle spasms, man. Right. I get those too sometimes.
I know it's like stereotypical or it's traditional for guys to not cry in public because guys are supposed to be these tough dudes that hold back their emotion. Now that I'm older and I'm more in touch with my feelings, I feel like you're a bitch if you don't cry because you're actually scared of your emotion. That's the reason why you don't cry in public. You're afraid to show your true feelings because it makes you vulnerable. The fact that you're scared of being vulnerable, that shows some signs of insecurity. I think everyone has that to some degree. I mean, even when I'm crying in the theaters, I'm still looking around like, what, is Joe looking at me or is fucking Casey looking at me or whatever. So I still show it, but I think as humans we need to show emotion. So the more emotions we can show and the more we're in touch with our feelings, the less of a bitch we are and the more of a man we actually are.
It's actually a good reason why Casey's on set. And this is the only good thing he's good for. And there's the position called for it, and it's called a PA. See, I'm handling the camera. You see that thing right there, the thing that's capturing everything? And this guy's picking up trash. So, just to show you where we stand in our abilities.
Oh, really?
Hey, why are you talking in front of the camera? Who said you could talk in front of the camera? Can you go to the back, please?
Yes.
Hello! So today, the girls are finally getting their revenge on the boys for putting such beautiful makeup on our faces last time.
Yeah, so one by one, each guy will sit in, and we're gonna give them special treatment, and we're gonna make them look just as beautiful as they made us.
Hi. I just want, just for the record, I did the best job out of all the guys before, so I think they should be a little bit more graceful with the canvas.
Oh girl, we gonna be graceful.
Oh, really?
We gonna treat you real good.
That's cool.
It's gonna match your outfit and everything.
Everything.
Earthang?
Earthang.
URRTHANGEATH. Earthang.
Okay, let's go! LTI, let's go! So this is what we're gonna make David look like.
I was like, fuck, man. He wasn't trying to be racist.
The first thing I'm going to do is put on your face.
That's not even my skin tone, girl.
I don't care.
Oh, wow. You're gonna be a bitch? Okay, here.
It is your skin tone.
Okay.
Look, it's the